in a sun-baked village nestled between golden dunes. There lived a boy named Yusuf, barely 10 years old, with eyes like polished amber and a smile that could melt the hardest heart. His mother was blind, his father long lost to the desert storms, and every dirham they owned came from Yusuf's tiny hands. Each dawn, he would sling a worn basket over his shoulder and walk miles to the date groves, picking the sweetest fruits to sell in the marketplace. Whatever he earns, sometimes just a few copper coins, he spent entirely on his mother. Fresh bread, medicine, a new veil when the old one tore. One scorching afternoon, as the ad for Asar floated across the village, Yusuf sat beneath a palm tree counting his earnings. Exactly 7 dates remained unsold. His stomach growled like a caged lion. He hadn't eaten since Fajr. Just then, an old man with a trembling beard and ragged clothes approached, leaning heavily on a staff made from a broken branch. "Child," the stranger whispered, his voice cracking like dry earth. "I have not tasted food in 3 days. Could you spare even 1 date? Allah will reward you." Yusuf's heart clenched. 7 dates. If he gave them all away, he would return home empty-handed again. His mother's cough had worsened. The herbalist demanded payment by sunset. But the old man's eyes, they carried the same helplessness Yusuf saw every night in his mother's unseen days. Without a second thought, Yusuf poured every last date into the old man's trembling palms. "Take them all, uncle. May Allah make them heavy on your scale and light on mine." The stranger stared, stunned. Tears carved clean paths down his dusty cheeks. He tried to speak, but only a broken Jazakalahu Chiron escaped. Then he turned and vanished into the heat haze as swiftly as a mirage. That evening, Yusuf walked home with an empty basket and an aching heart. He knelt before his mother, pressing his forehead to her feet. "Forgive me, mother. I have nothing today." A poor man was starving. I gave him everything. She pulled him close, her blind eyes brimming. "My brave son," she whispered, "you have given him more than dates. You have given him hope." Allah never sleeps, Yusuf. He sees. That night, as they slept on their thin mat under a leaking roof, a gentle knock echoed through the tiny house. Yusuf opened the door to find no one, only a large woven basket brimming with the most exquisite dates he had, ruby red, glistening like jewels, perfuming the air with heavenly sweetness. Beside it lay a pouch heavy with gold dinars and a small parchment. He carried it inside, hands shaking. His mother touched the dates and smiled as though she could see them. Yusuf unrolled the parchment and read aloud the flowing Arabic script. "Oh, Yusuf, son of kindness, you sold your Jannah tonight for 7 dates, so I bought it from you with these few. Keep the dates, they are from my private garden. Keep the gold, use it for your mother's cure. And no, the real Jannah was never for sale, it was always yours. Your brother who begged from you this afternoon." Tears poured down Yusuf's face as his mother laughed and cried at once, kissing his hair again and again. Years later, when Yusuf grew into a man whose name was spoken with reverence across the region, people would ask the secret of his blessings. He would smile softly and say, "I once owned nothing but 7 dates, and I gave them away." That day, Allah taught me that the quickest way to own everything is to give everything, and whenever a poor person passed his door, Yusuf would fill their hands to overflowing because he never forgot the day he sold his Jannah for a handful of dates, and discovered that Allah paid him back with the keys to both worlds. May this simple story remind us, a single act of pure kindness, done only for Allah, can purchase what mountains of gold never could. Subscribe and share if this touched your heart, because every share is a continuous charity. May Allah make us from those who give without hesitation. Ameen.